Hey, and welcome back to the channel. Today I would like to show you my two Purrely Staple Binder. In here there are a lot of Purrely Staples, cards you could currently play, cards you played in the past, and I think 99% of every option you could play in this deck. Let's start. We start with some Evolis. I miss the ice one. I don't know the name. I'm not very deep inside of Pokemon, but yeah, I saw this, or I pulled the most of this Evoli card, and yeah, I looking for the ice one in, I don't know the rarity, something like super rare. Yeah, but let's start. We have Shared Right. It's a going first card when you play a lot of hand traps. It's a nice card for going first in some formats because you can draw in a lot of hand traps. Then we have Sequence for the when you play Purrely Fiendsmith with Sequence, Moon and Agnum Day. We have Vanity's Fiend. Vanity's Fiend. In the past you played this because you there are not very or not many outs to this card, and you can tribute summon this card, and you had a kinda synergy because when you have something like Plump on the field and your Vanity's Fiend, your opponent cannot special summon, of course. But in your turn, you can use Plump to attach a quick spell on the field, and then you can banish one card until the end phase. So you can banish the Vanity's Fiend, and you can special summon after that. And in the end of your turn, after you summon maybe your Noir, the Vanity's Fiend comes back. Then we have some generic link monsters. Dagger, Nightmare Unicorn, Elgard Lizardos. Yeah, I think I played Dagger and Lizardos at some point. We have Keldo, Modora for very good discard targets in some formats. And we have the Consecrated Light. We could special summon out with Kambi. We have here another stable, Nightmare Unicorn. We have Trouble Sunny for a potential Slayer target. We have Sprite Sprint when you play the Sprite version. This order is not in any order, so yeah. We have some hand traps with Skullmeister, Pankatrops is a staple, Gamma is a hand trap staple. We have the Shadow cards with Squamata, Hedgehog and Beast and Dragon. You can play this card, it's a very nice discard engine. In the past I played this, I played Squamata, Hedgehog and Beast in the main, and I side into one Shadow Dragon. And then we have the Evil Twin Kizikil and Lilla monster. This is a Slayer target for Trouble Sunny. And we have Scareclaw Kashtira. When you play, you could play this card maybe in a Purrely Kashtira version. Now we have again staples with Druid's Worm, with Ghostspell, some generic link monsters with Azalea Dark, Moon. This is an option when you play Kambi because it's a fairy, and you can summon this card under the Kambi lock, and this can tribute itself and destroy one card on the field. Hubby's Featherstorm because every rank 1 XC monsters is an winged beast, and this could be a thrust target. We have Kuri Photon. You could play this in the past against Tenpai in the Tenpai format because you drew a lot of cards with Noir, and this card saves you from dying because I think you pay 2,000 life points and then you get no battle damage this turn. Of course, Beauty as in Purrely monsters. We have some frost targets with Sanctum, with Black Road. Black Road is really nice in this deck because it's Unbreaker. and some defense trap. We have different dimension ground, thrust target. We have grave of the super ancient organism. This is very good against branded. You could play this in a branded format because they have not many outs to this card. Even going second, you can side into this card. They build your full board. They lock you with any of the 1,000 branded locks, and you set this card, flip that face up, and he cannot do anything. Of course, D-barrier for cross out or thrust target. The thrust really good in this deck. You have some super poly targets, Dragosapea, this fossil warrior, mud dragon, Entis you can play with Slayer. We have Simul Archfiend. This is kinda okay against Malice. And then we have another Slayer targets with Wind Pegasus, with Omega, with Malong. Malong is currently the best. Some generic link monsters with Liner, IP, access code, Santa Claus as an staple for Kaiju, and you can search the Santa Claus when you play the Fiendsmith engine because it's a light fiend with tracked. Of course, we have Lily, we have Shifter, is at 1, but really good against something like Mermaid or Memento. D-Fisher is very good going first for hand traps, something like Droll, Ogre, Veiler. Your opponent cannot use these cards, and there are decks that loses to Fisher like Mermaid or Memento. Unending Nightmare I played never in this deck, but theoretically you can out face up spell traps with this card. Maybe when you play against some Runic stun player, you can play this card. Rivalry is a very good floodgates because every of your Purrely monsters is an fairy. You have Kashtira Rysat. You play this card or you could play this card in a Kashtira version. Also Big Eyes for the Kashtira engine, Downhill Magician, and Zeus are kind of staples for Purrely. Fenrir and Ira for the Kashtira version. We have Retaliating Sea. This card is kind of nice against the most fusion decks, or in the future against Dragentail, against Azamina. There are a lot of decks this card could be good against. Drawn Lockwork is a staple. Phantasma is very good. Kashtira Unicorn, of course, for your Kashtira version. Dogwood for Time. Veiler is a staple. Dark Arm Dragon is the best rank 7 XC monster for the Kashtira engine right after Noir. We have Reciting Starling. Also, this card can search DD Crow, so when we get a format where DD Crow is very good, you can play one DD Crow, summon Reciting Starling with your Purrelys, and detach one to search DD Crow. A Rysat because it would be unstable when this is unbanned in Kashtira Purrely. We have Solemn Strike as unstable. We have Kashtira Burst for the Kashtira version. Evenly Matched is unstable. We have Purrely Shirley. This card is really bad, but it's a Purrely card. We have Preparation. You could play this in the side in the Kashtira version. Fiendsmith in Paradise, of course, when you play the Fiendsmith version. Epsilon is unstable. Rainbow Bridge of Salvation is really good, or was really good in the Rescue Ace format, because Rescue Ace have very big problems against Purrely when you activate the field spell, and this card can search you the field spell as a discard. So this is in theory a very good discard engine, but you need the right format for this card. Typhoon is unstable, but when you summon it, you lose. Solemn Judgment is unstable. We have Caesar for the Fiendsmith version, Utopic Future, and the Ghost Tricks for the Ghost Trick engine. Gigantic, of course, for Sprite version. Here we have with Testudo, Erat Nomen, and Archlord Christia. We have targets for Mannequin Cat in the Sprite version. You could summon Magnamut is unstable. Happiness is bad, but it's a Purrely card. Zeus is unstable. Robin has a really cool name, and this is also fine when you play this card because it can bounce, especially some monster twice. Staple hand traps with Moonlit and Ghost Ogre. We have another Shadow card with Ariel to banish 3 cards from the graveyard. Ogre for the Kashtira version. The Cobalt Eagle is a target you play when you play the Bridge of this trap, this Crystal Beast trap. Because this trap you can banish from the graveyard, add 1 field spell and add a Crystal Beast, and you play this. I don't know why. The Archfiend High Res is not bad. It's a discard engine, kinda. When this card is discard, you can add 1 Archfiend card, and you can search Simul Archfiend with this card. Saphion is unstable in the past before 7 years, something like that, in the Spiral format. This is the last point I think you played Saphion. It's really good against back row decks in the past. Now we have another staple, Saronir, Didicro, Nimble Bieber for the Sprite version, of course. Lightning Storm is unstable, Denko Sacker is kind of unstable, Sphere Mode stable, Droplet is good, Chaos Center you can play right now, Flare Metal Dragon, of course you could play this in the Kashtira version, and Princess Sprite is pretty good. Heatwave is okay. It's only an option. You have to activate this card in the start of main phase, but in theory you could play in the draw phase, make some advantage, and then you activate in the main phase, and yeah, it's basically a turn skip for both players, for make some advantage in the draw phase in the first turn. But I think you will never play this card. Then we have Theosis for the Kashtira version, Gnome Materials and Bad Staple, Cycle Reader for some Fiendsmith, Raigeki and Staple, Sleepy Memory of course is pretty good in this deck. When you're locked into Kambi, you can play Mirage Light as a target. Abomination is in Staple Link Monster. Forbidden Chalice is in staple. We have Spellbound as a staple. Maybe this come up. Freezing Chains of the Ice Bearers for the Sprite version. Chicken Game you can play with as a set rotation target. Change of card. Maybe this card is sometimes good. Super Polymerization and Purrely are staples. Delicious Memory. We have Contact C. But this card I think is bad since SP was released. It's kinda only nice against something like Branded. We have Soul Release is this name, I think. Soul Release is maybe good against Fire King and Frost target. Don't talk about this card. Burial from a Different Dimension you could play against Malice, Boldrake staple, Enemy Control staple, Book of Eclipse staple, Metatronus, Nibiru, Ash, Book of Moon. We have some Super Poly targets, another Super Poly target, and for the Fiendsmith engine, Desiree and Necrocrypt. You could play Upstart, Talons is really good, the Duster of course, Metal Wolf Fusion as a discard engine, Monster Reborn is pretty nice on this deck, because you can summon in Purrely, Excavate free, link it to Anima, reborn the Purrely, Excavate another free and make an SB. Meowth is unstable. Prohibition, I think one player played this in the past and got first place on a regionals, was Dinka Fam. I think this was in a Snake Eye format, and I think he called some like Ash, a Snake Eye Ash, or I think you will never play this card, but in theory you could. Totally for Sprite version, and these are Zeus, Slacker Magician, and Assembled Nightingale, of course, for an potential Zeus. Now we have Race Off for Kashtira version, Cold Battle Grave staple, Prosperity, Set Rotation staple, Set Rotation for the Kashtira version. We have Impermanence as unstable, Link Spider staple for in the Ojama version, some generic Link monster, Cosmic Cyclone is unstable, double cross you play into the Sprite engine, and Spiritual Water Art AoE, you will never play this card, but in theory is in thrust target. You could tribute Beauty to look in the hand of your opponent and shuffle one card back into the deck. Ghost Trick, Short Staple, and Ghost Trick Purrely. Don't talk about this card. Nimble Angler, also for Sprite. Same as Swap for Goliath is another Mannequin Cat target. Psyframe Driver for Gamma, of course. Lava Golem as a breaker. Final Bringer as your kind of breaker. And we have Crossout for going first. We have Lancer, pretty good. Salesman is an underrated card right now. I thought about this card and maybe I will test this card soon. That was the first binder. Now we have the second binder. We have Foolish. Don't need Foolish in this deck, so take out this card. Then we have 1/1 in Fury. You could special summon in Purrely. Terraforming Staple. We have some super poly targets with Alma Duke and Triffy, whatever. Garua, yeah, Slayer target. We have Carrot Red for Sprite, and we have Telements Kashtira for maybe sometimes the Kashtira version as an extender. Now we have Gamisil as an breaker, Sprite starter of course, Twin Twister as an old staple, we have Bro as a discard engine, Dark Ruler as a breaker, Ptolemy Crazy Based are very good rank 6 Xyz when you play a lot of Biscuits. I think this will never come up, but in theory they are pretty good. Of course, Ebruli Noir. We have the Yeep, we have Slayer, Fuvalos, we have Scarlet, Red Dragon, Archfiend is only when you play Gamma, and that's a target you could summon with Gamma and Driver. Gozen Match as on Floodgate, you will never play this card. Lurie for the Fiendsmith version. We have a Floodgate with Soul Drain. We have Typhoon as an Hand Trap. Mind Control as a staple, but this is bad. Foolish Return is really cool. It's also in staple. We have the Mannequin Cat. Dracossack is a really good rank 7. In the Kashtira version, we have a Slayer target with Aggregator. We have some generic link monsters. The Tri-Brigade monster for the Slayer. And then we have some generic link monsters. We have the Lord of the Heavenly Prison. And now we have some Purrely cards down. AJ Kambi, Purrely, Happy, Pretty. Foolish Goods as a good engine. We have the Happiness. We have Shadow Mosquito for Sprite, Purrely. We have the Dark Lord for Timeout or the Kambi Lock. Relinquished Animas and staple. Scareclaw Tryhard. I played this card in the past for a few years, I think, when Purrely was actually good. Because D barrier was very popular. I think this was the what it's called, Super Heavy Samurai format, something like that. Purrely was pretty good in this format, and I played Scareclaw Triad because everybody flips D barrier, and this was nice against the mirror match. Now we have Plump, Noir, my friend. We have Street, we have an endboard of your opponent, we have Mishies of the Gnomes, a target you can send with Foolish, and target you can set with Frost or discard it by a quick spell. It's very good against Rise and Mitsurugi. We have Solemn Warning as a staple. I have only one. Monster Reborn is kinda okay. In this format, as a staple. For the Dark World version, you need free snow, you need silver, you need grapha. We have Trap Trick as unstable. We have the Fiendsmith engine, of course, for Fiendsmith. We have the Mirror Mage of the Ice Barrier. You need this card in the Sprite version, and this are also for the Sprite engine, of course, Jet. The End of Anubis is an target for the Mannequin Cat, Red Resonators, and target for Gigantic to win in time. We have of course bright blue, we have another Darkwood card you need in the Darkwood version. We have some Ojamas when you play Purrely Ojama, but I miss 2 of the green one and I don't own the free Oja Magic. We have Sauravis. I played this in the past when Book of Moon was very popular, because when you activate Yeep and your opponent chains Book of Moon on your Purrely XC, Yeep don't resolve and Sauravis is a negate for targeting. Kurikara is a staple, is also a staple against Purrely. And that was a video. That are my 2 Purrely binders. Maybe you wanna buy some of these staples, not from me, but in general, it's very nice when you're looking for some text, and you can go through your binder and see every option you could play in the Purrely deck. Stay safe and see you in the next video.